The Gobi Desert is a vast and barren landscape. The Mongolian death worm is known locally as Olgoi korkoi. Olgoi korkoi translates to intestine worm. The name comes from its resemblance to a cow's intestine. This creature is a cryptid, meaning its existence is rumored but unconfirmed. The worm is said to inhabit the harsh terrains of the Gobi Desert. The death worm is illustrated as a thick, bright red worm. Its length is depicted to range from 2 to 5 feet. The illustration shows no discernible head or eyes. Its body resembles a bloody intestine, based on local legends. The Mongolian death worm is rumored to live deep within the Gobi Desert's sand dunes. It is believed to spend most of the year in a state of hibernation. The worm supposedly emerges only during the hottest months of the year, June and July. Its appearance is said to be more frequent after rare rainfalls in the desert. These conditions are believed to make it easier for the worm to move through the sand. The death worm remains a cryptid, with no confirmed scientific evidence of its existence. The death worm is rumored to possess unique offensive capabilities. Legend claims it can spit venom or deliver a concentrated electric shock. This mythical attack can allegedly reach targets several feet away. The venom or electric shock is said to be lethal to both humans and animals. Legend states that physical contact with the death worm results in death. The death worm is believed to deliver a potent toxin upon touch. This toxin is said to cause a rapid and agonizing demise. Any part of the death worm's body is considered lethally toxic. Therefore, even brief contact is rumored to be fatal. Nomadic peoples of the Gobi Desert acknowledge the existence of the death worm. The death worm is considered a dangerous reality within their environment. Local beliefs suggest the death worm can contaminate the surrounding sand. This contamination is attributed to the creature's mere presence. The belief in the death worm's contaminating presence influences nomadic life. Nomads adapt their practices in response to the perceived threat of the death worm. The narrative shifts to the contemporary field of cryptozoology. The first notable Western account of the creature appears in explorer Roy Chapman Andrews' 1926 book. The book is titled On the Trail of the Ancient Man. This record marks an early point of reference in Western cryptozoological literature. Andrews' account provides a historical context for the study of unknown or legendary creatures. Andrews investigated the existence of the Mongolian death worm. He was ultimately unable to find concrete evidence supporting its existence. Despite the lack of physical proof, Andrews acknowledged the persistent stories. These stories were consistently reported among the Mongolian population. Andrews suggested the widespread belief indicates a potential basis in reality. Ivan Mackerel is renowned as a dedicated cryptozoologist. He is most famous for his pursuit of the Mongolian death worm. Mackerel initiated multiple expeditions into the Gobi Desert during the 1990 seconds. These expeditions were specifically aimed at locating the elusive creature. His efforts established him as a leading figure in the search for the death worm. Mackerel's work significantly contributed to the lore surrounding the cryptid. Mackerel conducted extensive interviews with numerous nomads. The goal was to establish a reliable profile of the death worm. Various strategies were employed to attract the creature. These methods included detonating small explosions within the desert sand. Mackerel employed a worm whistle as a method to lure the Mongolian death worm. The worm whistle was designed to produce low-frequency vibrations. The intent was to mimic natural seismic activity or sounds that might attract the worm. The vibrations were transmitted through the ground, reaching the worm's underground habitat. It was hypothesized that the death worm might be drawn to the source of the vibrations. This technique aimed to bring the elusive creature to the surface for observation or capture. Ivan Mackerel dedicated years to searching for physical evidence of the Mongolian death worm. Despite extensive research, Mackerel was unable to find concrete proof of its existence. However, the lack of physical evidence did not diminish Mackerel's belief in the creature. Mackerel remained convinced that the death worm was real. His conviction stemmed from the detailed nature of the stories surrounding the death worm. Mackerel also noted the geographically specific details present in the accounts, suggesting they were not mere fabrications. Ivan Mackerel proposed a theory about the Mongolian death worm's identity. Mackerel suggested it could be an undiscovered species of venomous snake. Alternatively, he considered the possibility of a giant worm-like lizard. He speculated a potential relation to skinks or amphisbaenians. This theory aimed to provide a zoological explanation for the death worm phenomenon. TV shows have explored the legend of the death worm. These shows often use dramatic recreations to depict encounters. High-tech equipment is frequently featured in the search for the creature. Examples include shows like Destination Truth and Monster Quest. Scientists and biologists express strong skepticism regarding the death worm's purported biology. A primary point of contention is the alleged ability of the death worm to spit electricity. The biological plausibility of such an ability is questioned by experts. There is no known biological mechanism that would allow an animal to generate and project electricity in this manner. This lack of scientific basis contributes to the skepticism surrounding the death worm's existence. No known animal can project a sustained electric current through the air. Electric eels and rays require direct contact with water to conduct their electric shock. Water serves as the conductive medium for the electrical discharge. The death worm's purported ability to project electricity through the air is physically implausible. This is due to the lack of a conductive medium like water. Therefore, air does not efficiently conduct electrical discharge for animals. Generating a powerful electric shock demands a significant amount of energy. Specialized biological organs are necessary to produce and manage such energy. For a worm-like creature, this presents a substantial biological challenge. Surviving in a nutrient-poor desert environment further complicates the energy demands. Therefore, it is biologically implausible for such a creature to generate electric shocks and survive in these conditions. A touch of death, contact poison, necessitates a complex venom gland. Such a gland is essential for producing and storing highly potent toxins. Annelids, earthworms, lack this complex venom gland structure. Reptiles without fangs or stingers also do not possess such glands. Sightings of the mythical death worm may be attributed to misidentification. The Tartar sand boa, Eryx tataricus, is a plausible candidate for this misidentification. The Tartar sand boa is a known animal species. Its appearance and behavior might lead to its confusion with the legendary death worm. The Tartar sand boa is a reddish, thick-bodied, legless creature. It spends most of its life buried in the sand. The sand boa closely resembles the description of the death worm. Both are described as worm-like creatures living in sandy environments. This resemblance highlights the potential for misidentification or mythical exaggeration. Amphisbaenians, also known as worm lizards, represent a unique group of reptiles. They are characterized by their elongated, limbless bodies, resembling worms. Many species of amphisbaenians are relatively large in size. These creatures primarily inhabit underground environments, burrowing through soil. Currently, no known species of amphisbaenians possess venom. Furthermore, they are not known to generate electricity. In desolate environments, the power of suggestion can significantly influence perception. The sighting of a familiar animal can be easily misconstrued under suggestive circumstances. Local legends and folklore can amplify the effect of suggestion. This combination may lead to fabricated sightings based on expectation rather than reality. The mind fills in the gaps, creating a sighting where no actual event occurred. Stories of the death worm function as a cultural cautionary tale. These tales highlight the real dangers present in the Gobi Desert environment. The stories reinforce the importance of caution when navigating the desert. They also promote a sense of respect for the desert's power and potential hazards. Thus, the death worm narrative serves as a cultural mechanism for survival in a harsh landscape. There is currently no physical specimen of the Mongolian death worm available for scientific study. No photographic or video evidence of the death worm has been scientifically authenticated. Claims of the death worm's electric spit lack empirical support. The alleged instant kill touch of the death worm remains unsubstantiated. Therefore, the death worm's existence and purported abilities are considered mythical. The Mongolian death worm primarily exists within human folklore. Its legend thrives in the mysterious narratives of desert tales. The enduring appeal of the worm highlights our desire for mystery. The story's power lies in its ability to capture the imagination under the vast desert sky.